Everybody, this is TNR Clan. My name is Wolf. I am here today with Squid Ninja and Smash Ninja here interviewing with Joseph today.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, people.
So, Smash, since you're kind of the curator of the podcast, what do you want to start talking about today?
I was thinking we should start off with the Xbox and what they're doing with the Game Pass.
Yeah, I don't think, Microsoft has done quite a few good things over the years, but I think this is probably one of their dumbest ideas yet.
So what is basically going on is they're combining Xbox Live and their Game Pass and calling it the Ultimate.
Yeah, so for PC players that use the Microsoft Store and want to play Xbox Live games, kind of like Sea of Thieves as an example. Like now, instead of just buying the game or buying whatever, now you can play it through the monthly pass.
Mm-hmm.
Which is actually kind of dumb.
It's honestly ingenious to save some money, but not a lot.
Well,
in
the long run, it doesn't really save you money.
What they should do have separate packages like all the basic cable companies and all those.
I think that's what they're trying to do. I think this is like their beta form of testing that theory.
But they're putting it together and calling it the Xbox Ultimate.
Yeah. I think it's dumb. That's kind of why I've stuck with PC gaming for so long, is because I'm sick and tired of paying monthly fees to pay for online access.
Just to
talk to you can message people offline, but you can't interact with them over voice chat, and you can't play online with people. It's so stupid that you have to pay to be part of a community that you are already part of ever since you bought your console.
See, here's the thing. I knew that you would have to pay monthly or yearly just to get access to play online games. But I know with Fortnite and free to play online games, they can bypass that and you don't have to do that.
Yeah, that is true.
But that's the only good part about it. There's the free games, you don't have to pay for it.
Yeah.
Do you have any input, Joseph?
I think that this is pretty dumb. That the pay to play bullshit for console is pretty dumb. Just to be able to even the Shadow said, talk to your friends is dumb.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that.
Well, because it's a struggle every kid has dealt with over the years, because for the past, say, 5 or 6 years, for those that didn't own a gaming PC and weren't into that, and they didn't have any sort of knowledge about what games you could actually play on your computer versus playing on a $500 to $600 console. Everybody would beg for their parents for every Christmas and birthday, they'd beg for Xbox money to pay for the pass, or they'd ask for the yearly pass just to be able to be on their online and talk to their friends.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You want to hear my argument?
What I'm saying
Sure.
is that
My argument is it's a cash grab. Just
that's what
cash grab.
Nintendo started getting into it once their Switch got really popular.
I think it's in general if they implement a feature, they have to find some way, somehow, to be able to make a profit off of it.
Yeah.
Whether it be on apps, in apps like Text Now, or just games, free-to-play games in general. If it has a feature, it can be exploited for money. And I don't like that.
Mm-hmm.
Also, someone joined the call.
Did they?
Yep, that's Blaster. Welcome, TNR Blaster.
Yeah, welcome.
So it's professional voicing from TNR Wolf.
Yeah. So, just to have a summary, we were talking about how Xbox is combining their Xbox Live and their Game Pass together and making you pay monthly for it.
And how terrible of an idea it is.
Mm-hmm. Any input? No. That's great.
A kid that just sits in the background listening.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. Let's move on. You two start talking about this, and I'll be right back, I guess. It's about the YouTube disabling comments.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that.
You want me to start this since I know the most on it?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm not really up to date.
So the reason people are disabling, or YouTube's disabling comments on all videos featuring children is because there are these little creepy little monsters called pedophiles.
And that's why they're disabling it?
They're putting links and horrible comments to videos and other stuff. And they're putting links.
Talking about how they like to like.
So they put timestamps in like the comments so other people could look at.
Yeah, I actually have seen a video about that.
That's why I'm fine with it, honestly.
I'm okay with them disabling the comments. I just think that they, instead of like completely disabling the comments, I think they should use the comment section to find these people and be able to report them to any sort of like official, like legal government services, because that can be like, even just commenting on that, like that's disgusting, and you should have some sort of punishment for saying that publicly.
Yeah.
And exploiting little children is one of the worst things you can do.
Yeah.
Well, if exploiting children is one of the worst things you can do, then I think plenty of families on YouTube should be fucking banned from YouTube.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because like AB Family, that's how they made their fucking money, was they were using their kids for vines, and then they made them into a YouTube channel. I mean, good for them for making their kids successful and giving them a career. Like, their son has his own Twitch stream, and he's actually super popular on that. But, like, still, in some cases, it can be bad to basically put your kids out there on the internet. Exactly, because at that point, it's like, oh, I'm not really focused on my kids, I'm focused on my career. Kind of like, this is kind of controversial, but I think Roman Atwood basically, like, uses his family as an excuse to do stupid shit, just to try to
get that is true.
Just to get views. But, like, the AB Family, it's like everybody's involved. Which I think
that's the point.
Nice.
That's the point of a kind of family vlog thing, but he doesn't really name himself as, like,
he's just
Atwood vlogs or something like that.
Exactly, and, like, I understand it is kind of controversial to talk about. I just think it's weird that you're constantly putting your kids out on the internet like that, because they're so young and impressionable and everything, and like, how is their social life at their schools if their classmates watch those videos?
Yeah, it'll be really different.
Because when you think about it, you see these stories on YouTube of like all these other content creators, like, yeah, there were some kids that like found out about my videos and they were bullying me because I posted YouTube, but like, hey, it all worked out in the end because look at me now. I have this many subscribers and I'm actually making a living off of this and I'm making a career. So it does cause bad social situations like in schools, but it's funny how like in the end you kind of achieved your goal and you got to where you wanted to be, even though that people were still messing with you.
Suffering.
Even though I hate the Paul brothers, I like their motto. Just not the dab on the haters, but like just forget the haters part. Because you're successful. You're making money off of their hate. You're making money off of their hate.
This is true, but here's the thing: is that they're fucking scum.
Yeah, the Paul brothers.
All about the respect.
Just stop.
Like, yeah, they figured out how to make money off of little impressionable kids. Which I think it's fucked up that they abused their role as influencers for young children. And two, I think they should have never been on the platform in general.
That is
really true. They should not have been there.
Because, like, clearly, even, like, look, because, like, Jake Paul, he has been accused of some things, and he has become more crazy than his older brother, but Logan has made too many mistakes, and he should have not been forgiven.
That is true. I heard that Logan's getting a sequel to his movie on YouTube.
Oh my god, are you serious?
Apparently.
Jesus.
I didn't even know
Christ.
he had a movie to begin with.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. I bet if you just...
Wait. Are you talking about the YouTube-produced movie, or are you talking about the movie that he starred
Yeah. Yeah, the one that he starred in.
Oh, God. Why?
He's getting a sequel, and basically the movie's about him and preventing, like, some stupid grades. If you don't have, like, a high enough grade on a test, then you'll be killed or something like that.
Yeah, it was... I forgot what the movie
if you're
was
not
called,
smart.
Yeah, it basically... It did look like an interesting movie, but I think it was just kind of dumb.
I watched it since I had, at the time...
You had YouTube at the time?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, his career is just fucking all over the place.
It is. Little kids and little teenage girls mainly like his content mainly.
Yeah, but I don't really see how anyone could like his content.
Well, are you a little teenage girl?
No, but I mean, from a different standpoint.
It's not just little teenage girls, but it's also prepubescent boys that think he's cool because he's this muscle guy that's doing crazy stuff on the internet.
That too,
is
yeah,
true.
yeah. Wasn't the dude like on the show called Bizarre?
Yeah, he was on Disney for a while, then he got fired, and so did Jake. Dude, that was the best thing ever, to hear that Jake was fired from Disney.
And then he had that line on
he,
that Disney role or something like that.
Yeah. I just like how they made it like, oh yeah, he left. Nah, he straight up got fired.
He got fired like 2 weeks after, I think, after he released that song.
Mm-hmm. It was so funny. Oh, and his music is so trash as well. Did you guys see his...
Yeah.
So, speaking of Jake, so you know how his boxing career is going?
He box like Joe Blow or something.
Yeah, I was just...
No, not Joe. That was KSI.
No. He recently did a sparring match versus Joe Weller.
And, he did?
And within like the 30 to 40 minute wait of waiting for Joe, they made a diss track on him, and Joe was...
And then Joe was in the song.
Video. Joe was actually in
It doesn't make any sense.
Pointing at himself. Like, the dude...
I know.
Not only was Jake a piece of shit for doing that, but clearly, like, Joe Weller has no dignity
no, he just doesn't care. He's in there for the views.
At all. He's trying to get fucking paid. That's all he's doing, is trying to get paid.
Yeah. He doesn't care anymore.
But it was just so sad, dude, just to watch that.
Joe Weller.
And then he got shit on by Jake.
That is true. Didn't Jake beat Deji?
Jake did, yeah, he did beat Deji.
Yeah.
But Deji, he didn't even look like he was fucking trying. Like, he didn't even try to get in.
It didn't. There was one good blow that made Jake more bloody than everyone else.
Yeah,
but that was it.
Yeah, he did land, like, a good hit or two on Jake, but Jake did overcome him in the end.
Honestly, I just like the memes that came from it. The people that wanted to see Logan versus Jake just tied.
You know what kind of pisses me off is that...
Logan versus Jake. Let me rephrase that. Logan versus KSI.
You know what pisses me off is that Jake is such a bitch. Is that he because KSI's plan was after going after Logan, he was gonna go after Jake, but apparently Jake is so scared he wants him to fight Logan again, and then he'll fight KSI. Like, he wants his older brother to protect him and ease him up on him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's actually scared of KSI. But, I mean, right now, KSI is not that threatening of a state because of how much he's
bulking, leave him alone.
Because of his quote-unquote bulking. Nah, he does deserve this time to just eat whatever he wants and just to relax, but, like, he was in damn good shape. Like, he put in some work in when he went to fight Logan.
Yeah, his chin... from now and back then.
Oh yeah, if you look at his neck, like under jaw and chin.
And so is his stomach, but he's just bulking. Remember, guys.
Yeah, he's just regrowing them titties. I mean, he'll probably.
They have it. Yeah, they haven't rescheduled a fight or anything. They just talked about it.
Yeah, apparently there's rumor that like that they'll do it again, and that fucking KSI will have it set in the UK again because like apparently.
No, they said they were gonna go to the LA.
Oh, they were gonna do it the
US.
LA one. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
just for Logan. I bet they did that on purpose so they could have it in LA too.
Yeah, they did it. Well, you know why they did it, because of Logan's fucking ego. All of UK shitted on the Paul brothers.
Mm-hmm.
All of
so
UK was
same
like,
thing in same thing did the LA did to KSI and Deji.
Yeah, yeah. You know what? Props to KSI for taking all this shit in LA, but like Logan, he was
Logan
such
just
a bitch.
left.
He literally sat down, got fucking roasted by everybody.
He looked like he was crying before he got to the thing.
He was probably having girl problems. That's probably why. And he's like, yeah, nah, I'm not dealing with this right now. So peace.
And he wouldn't defend his girlfriend at all. Don't even know how he got a girlfriend from Hollywood, but.
Well, it's because
That's just the mafia.
proclaims himself as an actor, and he has enough money to be within that circle of like wealthy Hollywood actors and actresses and
He's
everything.
just a actor. I was gonna say rapper.
He wishes he was a YouTube rapper. His music is also shit as well. Fuck. I mean,
Well,
it was cool.
What do you expect? It's the Paul.
I mean, the only song I want to shit on it so bad, but like, I mean, even though it was kind of like a Make-A-Wish thing for this kid that he did, like, it wasn't actually Make-A-Wish promoted, but like,
It wasn't. He just liked it because it was complimenting him.
well, no. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the kid he made a song with about like called it like. His
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
about.
Yeah.
Where it's like he was just interacting.
He kept complimenting Logan the whole time, and then he was like, "I'm gonna fly this kid out to LA and blah blah blah."
Exactly. Like, it was cool that he flew with the kid and everything, and the kid got to like meet his quote unquote hero. But like, it was really shitty that he abused that moment to make a song completely narcissistic.
Well, at that time, YouTube disses and YouTube rap was really popular.
Yeah, but it was just a song glorifying himself. Which I think was completely fucking dumb, because like, you haven't seen KSI do any of that shit. Like,
that is true.
Okay, except for the whole calling himself a god part, and then the Beers song came out where he keeps doing the whole god complex thing.
Apparently, he bought a chain of Beerus.
Oh my god. Okay. Okay, for real though, that Beerus chain is awesome. I kind of want it.
It's just a little too big. All I have to say about it.
Real? You think it's too big?
Yeah.
I think it was just hanging too low, because it was like hanging down to his stomach damn near. I think it was just hanging too low. It needs to be more on the upper chest. Like, it was a really dope chain. I liked it.
I feel like we're getting off a topic just a little bit.
We're still on the YouTube aspect.
That is true.
I mean, that is true, yeah, but like, how did we manage to get from just YouTube
comments about pedophiles all the way to KSI?
You're asking me.
Yeah.
You're asking any of us.
Let's get on to...
Hey, we're just rolling with the punches, bro.
Yeah, that is true. Alright, let's move on. Apparently, Fox says that developers are pushing to make gaming available for like disabled people.
Yeah.
To play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that is kind of cool, but like, disabled people already can play video games. Like, have you seen?
Yeah, it's been like that for a while.
Have you seen Ricky Berwick? That dude's got some. I'm not trying to be mean, but his hands are a little bit fucked up, but he could still play games.
Oh, the one that used the Xbox controller.
Yeah.
And
like, it's not even that bad for disabled people who play games, because like, there's a little girl that's actually making money and is becoming popular on Twitch and everything, and she's deaf and she plays Fortnite.
Yeah.
Well, it's Fortnite. Of course, you're gonna make money.
Well, not only is it she's
not all the time, but
Fortnite,
most of the time.
But like, people are wanting to sign her, and she's a deaf player, and people want to sign her to teams.
Mm.
Like, they're like there was an AB family controversy because they actually wanted her to join their team, and somebody hacked their Twitter and said a bunch of messed up shit to her, and basically said that they don't. And they said that their offer was declined because they don't want a deaf person on their team. It was a huge drama incident. Yeah, Keemstar covered it and everything. It was a huge mix-up, and then.
Well, that's Keemstar. So.
Yeah, and then like I guess a few days or hours later, the dude that actually did it came out saying that he hacked it and everything, and it's just fucking disgusting what people will do just to get attention.
Yeah.
I've seen this happen before, where I know I've only seen it once. Where I'm not talking about the Twitter incident anymore, but I'm talking about the controllers, like Xbox. Yeah. I've only seen them make a controller, like come out and make a controller for disabled people.
I mean, like,
I haven't heard of that.
You haven't? It's called the Xbox Adaptive Controller. It was like on Super Bowl ads and everything. It was crazy.
I'm curious. What if somebody with normalized hands use the controller? I wonder if it'd make them better at the game or not.
I don't think it would, because you would have to make it. What basically it is just another way so you can have like this dock or kind of thing where you can plug things in to make it easier for you to play the game if you're disabled.
Yeah. No, I have seen that. Yeah, I have.
Yeah, that's
Oh yeah, no. Now I remember the Super Bowl commercial you're talking about. Yeah, it was this kid playing Fortnite, and he has this huge setup in his wheelchair, and like all these kids are like hyping him up on his birthday or whatever.
And then they kept saying like, "Hey guys, he's finally doing it" or something like that.
Yeah, and like he figured out how to play everything, and then he became good and got Victory Royale, and then all these kids were like hyped around him.
I have no idea what you are talking about, so I'm going to YouTube to find this.
Just don't let the video echo into the mic.
Yeah.
I'll mute myself.
Basically, just look up like Super Bowl commercials from like this past year.
Just look up Xbox Adaptive Super Bowl controller.
Yeah.
Xbox Adaptive.
Squid, you have any input on disabled people being able to play video games? All right, we're moving on.
All right.
Apparently, on Twitter, Star Wars EA released something called Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. They're
making a game based off the events between basically what was it, Episode 3. So it's like the story that's taking place between Episode 3 and Episode 4, towards the end of the Jedi. Yeah,
they released this like when they had this Chicago celebration for Star Wars.
I didn't even know about
people
it.
People were going crazy for it. Like
it sounds awesome, but I'm very scared what they're gonna do for the UI and the gameplay.
Yeah.
Like that.
I'm not scared of the UI. It's just what I'm scared about the most is like it probably might be a really good game, but they're just gonna probably do what they did with Battlefield and put loot boxes in it and just go on with that.
You know what?
And then it's gonna be
you know what I think it's.
And then it's gonna be controversial. And then the new movie's gonna come out and Disney's gonna say the same thing again, like, "Oh, you better stop that. We don't want this ruining our new movie." And same thing over again, and they take the loot boxes out, change the whole thing again and stuff.
You know what kind of scares me is that I just realized this. What if they take the model? What if they take the storyline model that they used for Battlefront 2? What if they make it how it's like, oh yeah, you get to play the storyline of like the aftermath of, like, what if you start during the fall of the Jedi and you get to like play out as Obi-Wan fighting Anakin, or you can play out as Anakin fighting Obi-Wan and everything, and it's like you're playing out the very end of Episode 3, and then it transitions into what like the building of the Empire and everything, and the clones being decommissioned, and then like because because between episode 3 and episode 4, the clones didn't become stormtroopers. The clones were decommissioned. They were stopped being produced, and then whatever clones that were left, they were either executed or they were basically sent off to other worlds, and they were retired. So then, basically, the Empire just started taking kids from families and raising them as stormtroopers, as soldiers. But I'm curious. I'm curious if they're gonna use that part of the storyline, and then towards the end of the missions, they're gonna have like Rogue One, where it's like the Death Star and everything comes into play.
Why would they do that?
Well,
now why would they do that?
Well, because think about it. Because in Battlefront 2, they ended the missions with the Battle of Jakku, which then leads into episode 7?
Okay, it seems like Blaster's having a hard time. Can you explain what is going through your mind right now?
Okay, so you remember in episode 7 how Rey is raised on Jakku and everything, and there's like the aftermath of all the Star Destroyers? Basically, at the very end of Star Wars Battlefront 2, you're playing on the Battle of Jakku. You're destroying all the Star Destroyers.
Okay, this is Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order by EA.
Mm-hmm.
I understand, but
and Respawn, the people.
That's a brand new action adventure game which tells a story.
That's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping it's completely different.
Set shortly after the events of Star Wars Episode 3, which is Sith.
Really?
Yes.
Huh.
So there's gonna be no Rogue One. That's for sure.
Well, I'm saying towards the end of the missions. That's what I'm saying.
So they're great.
Seems like this won't be a multiplayer game like Battlefront is. It's gonna. It sounds like that. Yeah.
It's made with Unreal Engine.
Well, Respawn apparently they make really good games. The Apex Legends, I really like that a lot. And it sounds.
Respawn does make good quality games, but the thing is what are they gonna do? Because you said there's no multiplayer, right?
No, there's no multiplayer.
Oh,
there might be online co-op.
I'm thinking they're going to do a Anthem type thing.
Oh, you're right. They might just Assassin's Creed it and just make it a complete storyline.
But since people like doing games with their friends, they might add in some co-op features.
They might do like a co-op storyline playthrough.
Like on consoles where it's like offline co-op and then like PC and everything else online.
They might do it like Assassin's Creed Unity, how you can play the storyline with your friends. Because that's what all of Unity was about, was being able to play online with your friends and play through the story together. So I'm curious if they might do that with Star Wars as well.
Honestly, if they actually make a good storyline, not like the one they did for Battlefield, they could actually do really good with it.
Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order is a single-player only game.
That's so dumb.
How?
And it released more information, EA does. The only part that I hate about this is that EA is controlling it.
Yeah,
like
EA
usual.
has ruined Star Wars. Like,
at least the games. Disney ruined the movies, but
Disney ruined the story in period. Disney destroyed it.
They ruined lightsabers.
Yes, they ruined lightsabers, but they also ruined the storyline because literally they're taking an outline of episodes 4, 5, and 6, and they're basically filling it in with their own narrative. They're not that original.
Okay, so it's going to be about a Padawan who survived Order 66, and they're being hunted down.
Oh, are they going to do it like Unleashed?
Hunted down following the Empire's grim Order 66 policy.
You know, I just realized, I wonder if they're going to do it like how... I wonder if they're going to kind of do it like Star Wars Unleashed, how Darth Vader found this Padawan and raised him to be a Sith and that kind of stuff.
Sorry about that.
What was that?
That was nothing.
That was a toothbrush, it sounded like.
Farted.
The Oral-B toothbrush.
I do like how I've been
It either sounds
silent
like a
that
toothbrush or his phone vibrating on a desk.
don't know a thing that you guys were talking about.
It was my phone vibrating on my desk.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Why
okay.
would you act all like that, dude?
We're gonna cut that out.
Joseph, do you have any input on this Star Wars game? No, alright. That's a no.
That's a no
Alright.
from me.
Alright. That is all we had to read. Do you guys want to say anything before we end it and wrap it up?
This is so sad. Alexa, play Despacito.
No! Stop it! You fucked up the meme. It's playing Despacito 2, dumbass. Jesus. Okay, guys, we'll be ending it here. We'll see you next time. Okay, let me.
Do you want me to write you a script real quick?
Dude, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking we should do a script. Okay, so let me try this. Hi, everybody.
Hello, everyone. This is the TNR Clans podcast, and we have a special guest here today. Can we cut that out?
Okay. Restart.
Okay.
My stepbrother.
Okay, after I clap.
Do a countdown.
Okay. No. Listen. After I do a clap, then we reset. Okay.
Okay. Was that a clap?
Yes, that was a clap.
It was more like someone smacking the fuck out.
Okay. Jesus Christ.
We should have this for the end.
Yep, we're gonna have outtakes. We're definitely gonna have fucking outtakes. Okay, restart. 3, 2.
Huh.
God damn it, guys!
I think this should be.
Are my claps too powerful? Is that what you're trying to say?
I'm just blown away by your claps.
Okay.
It's a smack of the ass.
Stop! Okay, shut up so I can do this. We have to be professional.
Just do a countdown.
3, 2.
Can you stop the clap?
I hate you so much. You know what? I'm ending this recording.